Howdy meta guys and gals, welcome back to another meta video. Today I'm going to be talking about farming. Don't you click off yet. It's important to do. I'm going to show you how to find the things you need to get it done, including this little mushroom guy and these little buzzy boys, how to get tons of spoiled food and tons of fertilizer so you can get this farm cooking and rocking so you can get those deviated crops for all your special potions. But the biggest point of farming is the chance to get deviated crops. Every time you grow something, you have a chance to get it deviated. The buzzy boys will help increase that. There are different fertilizers you can help to increase it, but it takes a while and it's just a chance game. Luckily, the deviated stuff does not rot at all. Well, although a lot of this stuff I feel like I found out in the open, I've gotten a few things here and there from my farm. It's just started cooking and kicking off, and it is what you're going to need to make these legendary and epic foods and drinks. So in this server is still in the zone 1, so unfortunately my crops are outside, so they are they have a chance to get rained on, although I'm in the desert area up here that's just next to the where zone 2 will be, so they don't get rained on. So I've been watering myself, so I don't have to worry about whenever it's raining to get more I forgot what it was, like a polluted water from the rain, causing it to not grow as quick. I have to water myself, which is okay. I could use Rain Man. I don't feel like he's as efficient and can overwater. Since I've been watering myself, but I've already stopped this now. I set up a pump, which you can find right here in the building menu. You have to unlock it in the memetics, and that will pump water into a different, a storage, a water tank. Of course, to set this up, you have to have the pump higher, and then the water will naturally flow down into this. If you have it the other way, you're going to have to add a water pump to pump it up. It's another whole thing. You have to power it. It's try to avoid it if you can. So I had a pump set up funneling into a tank, which will then funnel into these guys over here, the compact water filters, and I have multiple of these funneling into over here, which is at slightly lower, so it will passively run into it, into these water tanks, which are full of this purified water. And of course, those down there are being fed in from this one, and I have one over here at the very top of the roof that's feeding into that one. This one up here, which is feeding all the way down, a lot more dirty water. I've collected enough of this stuff, and you can do this by hand if you really want, but I've collected enough of this stuff and I've had it all funneling down into that area so that it can just passively continuously make purified water. Of course, I'm in the desert area, so I'm not getting rain, so these are kind of useless. You can also set up these guys. These will just passively collect water and have it funnel down into one of those, and then you can funnel it down into the purifiers to make more purified water. And if you want to have water at the top of your roof running down, you're going to have to set up a pump system. This guy right here, water pump, coming from the other pump that will not pump water. Coming from this pump, well, not this pump, coming from a storage one, because you can't go from storage to storage or thing to thing. You have to go from have a little intermediary between it. So you would have a this is a pain. I have a water pump that will passively trickle down into a water tank that will then pass. You can, if you were going to send it all the way up, use one of these guys, power this thing to send it all the way up to the top into one of those tanks, and then have that tank funnel down into a compact water filter and have that filter into a different water tank. Convoluted, but it'll work. It's up to you. In fact, if you you could do that would work is just relocate it after it's full down there at the to the top of your base, which I thought about that until earlier. I did not, and that way you'll have a nice supply of pure water for now and in the future when you're watering your crops. So for the crops themselves, I have two different deviants working. I don't care for the Rain Man. I have the little mushroom guy. You get him from picking up random mushrooms, and you'll just find him. A good place that someone from my chat, Sin, had told me, I multi-stream to Twitch and YouTube. So subscribe here on YouTube if you want to see me here, or follow me on Twitch down below. Right down here, we are next to, this is Sunbury Middle School, Myers Market's here. This teleportation tower, there is a hole right here. Jump down the hole, and there's a cave. You can find lots of different mushrooms, capybaras, etc., and things like that. Take them out, find the mushrooms, and you should be able to get them. And he will speed up the growth of your plants, also replant. you can, in his little containment thing, slap a whole bunch of seeds. If you're just going to grow one thing, for 15 corn seeds, he will harvest and then replant. I don't think he will re-fertilize, but at least he'll just continuously do it without having to worry about it. So you can set up tons of them, especially if you later memetics, when you get sprinklers and indoor lights, you can have it all kind of automated, and just the chance is going to be pretty high to get deviated crops eventually. To help with the deviated crops, I have some buzzy bees. These little guys they don't have a large area of effect. In fact, I think I need to move this little thing because it's focusing on the flower too much, but it will give a higher chance to give mutation to your plants. For the buzzy bee, there's many different locations you can go. We are here up in Greywater's camp, just over here. This is where you can find a frog. Just down here near the farm, you can find him. I feel like the higher level zones give you a chance to get higher level deviants. Just opinion, no idea if it's actually true. But any of the other farms, I believe there's one you can find down here in this farm, have a chance to get, many of the other farms have a chance to get deviants. I don't know if every single one does. One has a chance to spawn down here. For reference, Myers Market is straight on over. And as a side note, you can get the harvesting bunny. There's one over here in this tree you can chance to get. Just north of Myers Market, there's another area over here. I believe that you can get another buzzy bee chance, and this is just south of Deadsville. Over here on the east side of the map, east of Deadsville, you have another farm with another chance for a buzzy bee about right here. And then probably other areas you can get them. It's not that hard to get them. It's just, a matter of time. Just go check the areas out, see if they're there, and snack them up. I prefer the higher level areas just because I feel like they get a better chance of getting higher level. And as a side note, this little bean in this area, this little fetch me bunny, whatever, has a chance to get just seeds that you're not supposed to get in this area. I've gotten peppercorn and onions, and it will give you food and sometimes just random seeds. So I don't know if the loot table's bugged or who knows what. But having this little guy in this little area has gotten me some, onions and peppercorn is pretty kind of nice just to have a little passive stuff. Now that you may be asking yourself, how am I going to build this big ass farm and fertilize it? How am I going to get this spoiled food and the fertilizer? Travis, you said at the beginning of the video, you have a good place to get it. Well, I do. Keep your pants on. Or not. I'm not your parent. We are here at the sea. You can go to any sea. I'm over here on the right side of the map, but you will find seaweed rock and shell rock. Smack these up and you'll get seaweed or shells. Either one of these can go into the fertilized compost box, or you can have them set in a box somewhere and let them rot naturally, turning them into spoiled food, or if you put them into the composter, directly into fertilizer. And you can get tons of this stuff really quickly. So you're not having to struggle waiting for something to rot or some other way. Just go down here, farm up a whole bunch of gravel because you know you're going to need it, and get all these shells and stuff like that. You can tell that someone spent the money for the DLC, not DLC, I guess the extra stuff. I can see right into your little gaudy home. Well, who do you think that is, huh? Bezos, maybe? Maybe Zuckerberg? Oh, you can tell right here. See, look. You can see the lizards. Yeah, it's a Zuck. You can see right there. He's a Zuckerberg right there. Who is this nerd farming up salt? Probably. And so you can go ahead and put several stacks. You can fill 100 up of the stuff and just start turning it into fertilizer directly. 1-to-1 ratio, not too bad. Or you take this stuff and put it into just like some basic chest, little crates, and after a bit you're gonna have rotted food. That's pretty easy. And with all that spoiled food and fertilizer, you should be able to get your farm up and going and as big as you can imagine pretty quickly. So if you like what you saw, hit me with that like, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, bye.